let's see. Move this out of the way. We got this. We can do this, right? 91, coordinating conjunctions. So in this book, have we talked about coordinating conjunctions yet? Do you remember? I don't think we have. I think this is new to you guys.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit? Okay. So there's an acronym that we can use to help us remember what those words are. So, but first of all, let me explain what a coordinating conjunction is. A coordinating conjunction connects the same types of words, phrases, or clauses. Okay, you're right. Week 2, we did way back then. You learned 2 comma rules to use when a sentence has a coordinating conjunction: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And over here in the margin is fanboys. So that is an acronym that they came up with in this grammar book to help you remember what those words are. So F is for, A, and, N, nor, B, but, O, or, and Y is yet, and S is so. They're right here. So if you put each one of those first letters together, it makes fanboys, okay? So that'll help you come up with what words to look for in this book for your grammar. So here we have Robin was kind, funny, and brave. So your coordinating conjunction is and. And because it connects 3 adjectives, that's when you use a comma. If it only connects 2, you don't need a comma. Robin was kind and funny. No comma there. Today you will learn 2 more comma rules. Compare these sentences. The stranger waited and whistled at a tune. So in this sentence, the coordinating conjunction and connects 2 verbs, waited and whistled. So no comma is used, and this is the same pattern as A and B when A and B are verbs. Here they're adjectives, here they're verbs. So whenever you're listing 2, you do not need a comma. Down here, the stranger waited and Robin whistled a tune. Now this is a little different because you've got 2 main clauses. Here's your notes on the column, on the margin here. MC is main clause, CC is coordinating conjunction, MC main clause. So because you have the stranger waited, it has a subject and a verb, so that means it's a main clause. And Robin whistled a tune. Robin whistled a tune is also a main clause. So that is when you use a comma. More comma stuff down here. To separate items in a sentence, do not use a comma before coordinating conjunction when it connects 2 verbs. A main clause has a verb in it. It is, a subject and verb. So main clause, CC, second verb. Use a comma before a coordinating conjunction when it connects 2 main clauses. That's just the rule that we just talked about, written out right here. So MC, CC, MC, you have a comma there. So you have to really pay attention to the parts of the sentence before and after those fanboy words in order to decide if you need comma or no comma. This is how you mark it. You write a CC above each coordinating conjunction. And then remove a comma before a CC that connects 2 verbs. Add a comma before a CC that connects 2 main clauses. So here you go. Robin agreed to spar and made a staff. This is 1 main clause. You can see the brackets here. This second part doesn't have a subject. This does. Robin agreed to spar. That could be a main clause by itself. But back here, no subject is connected to that verb in this section of the sentence. So it's connecting a main clause and a verb, and you don't need a comma. See that rule right here, MC, CC, second verb. That's this part. Then this sentence, Robin agreed to spar and he made a staff. Now we're breaking that up into two main clauses because now we have a subject over here. So if there are two clauses, you do need a comma. And then CC stands for coordinating conjunction. That's how you label that. Do you guys have any questions about that page at all? No? Okay. A little bit more practice on the back. This one, we're actually going to circle the rule, the comma rule. Get my light right here. Okay. Whoops, too bright. Robin, okay, so here you're going to read the sentence and decide if the coordinating conjunction connects verbs or clauses. And if it connects a main clause, two main clauses, you use a comma, circle the correct comma rule pattern. We're going to take turns with this. All right, so let's start with Joey, since you're at the top of my list on Zoom. Go ahead and read the sentence and then decide which comma rule or which one of these fits that sentence.
Robin accepted the challenge and collected his arrows. Wouldn't that one be MCCC second verb?
That is correct. MCCC second verb. So your CC, and we'll just label it, is and. We have Robin accepted the challenge. That is a main clause, but we don't have, if it said, and he collected his arrows, that would be different. But since it's and collected his arrows, that's just the second verb right here. Okay, good. Let's see, Davinia, go ahead and read the next sentence.
Robin accepted the challenge and he collected his arrows.
Okay. Which one do you think it is? You know which one it is?
No.
So we have Robin. Well, let's first label the coordinating conjunction here. Robin accepted the challenge. That has a subject and a verb. So that's a main clause. And he collected his arrows. Because it has he here, that's the subject. So the subject and verb, this makes it a second main clause. Is that what you were going to say, Joey? Or whoever raised your hand, Josh, was that you?
Yeah.
So based on that, it is MC, CC, MC. These are both main clauses on either side. So we do have to insert a comma. Do you see that comma there? Right before the coordinating conjunction. So go ahead and put that one in there. Let me zoom in a little. Okay. So Thomas, read the next one.
The waterfall spilled over the cliff and it created a whirlpool.
Okay.
MCCCMC.
Good. And so we need a comma. Where's the comma going to go?
Over the it.
No, it
No.
goes right before. Remember, this is the CC. Yeah,
Alright.
there we go. Right before the CC. Good job. Next
Alright.
one is Josh.
The waterfall spilled over the cliff and create. Oh, wrong one.
No, it's actually
Oh, yeah.
exactly the same. It's a little bit different.
The waterfall spilled over the cliff and created a whirlpool. MCCC second verb.
Good, because they took away it. And that was the subject over here. So now it's different. So no comma for that one. Good job. Next is back to Joey.
Little John released, wait. Yeah, Little John released the arrow, but surprisingly missed the target. That's MCCC.
Let's mark we forgot to do that up here too, the coordinating conjunction. So we've got surprisingly missed the target. Is that a main clause?
Oh, no.
because we don't have a subject over here. So it's actually going to be this one.
Bum, bum, ba, bum, 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 ba, 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 da, ba, ba, ba.
Thomas.
Oh, I'm not muted.
CC, so you're looking for the coordinating conjunction, and then you're deciding if what on both sides, if they're both main clauses or if there's just a verb. The next one will be Davinia.
Little John released the arrow, but he missed the target.
A coordinating conjunction is but. So what do you think on either side?
MCCCMC.
He missed the target. Yep, because we have a subject and a verb. So you are correct. So we need to put a comma. Where does that comma go?
Arrow. In front of arrow.
In front of arrow. Good. Or right before but. Good. Thomas. Next
The next one.
Mm-hmm.
MCCC second verb.
So
Wait.
go ahead and read the sentence.
No. I mean MCCCMC.
Okay, read the sentence still.
Robin was an outlaw, so he could not return home.
Good. And we got so here. That's your coordinating conjunction. And then on the other side, he could not return home. So you're right. It's this one, MCCCMC, because we have subject and verb on both sides. Robin was an outlaw. Okay, so we do need a comma. Where does the comma go, Thomas?
Before so.
Good. Excellent. And then Josh, the last one.
Robin was an outlaw and could not return home. MC second verb.
Good. The CC is and we don't need a comma for that one. All right, you guys, good. That's how you find those. Let's go on to our next practice page. Here. Joey, could you read the sentence to us today, please?
I welcome you to try counter the stranger. With a twinkle in his eye, I'm happy to wait.
Okay, good. The word is countered. And counter just means to speak in response or opposition. So that's what's happening. I welcome you to try countered. So he's replying back an opposition. Okay, so that's the vocabulary word. And then you know what to do here. Go ahead and label the two articles. Check that off. And Davinia, how about 3 nouns? Where are the nouns at?
Stranger.
Good,
I.
good.
And
The last one's a little tricky. I can help you with that if you need me to. I'll give you a clue. It has an article right before it. Anytime an article comes right before it means it's a noun.
twinkle.
Yes, twinkle. Sometimes that would be an adjective if you're describing something, but in the way it's written here with a twinkle, a indicates it's going to be a noun right here. Good. Pronouns, Thomas.
Pronouns. Twinkle.
No, we already got that as a noun. Remember, pronouns
Happy.
take the place of a noun, like he or she, and there's personal pronouns too if it's speaking in first person, like
Yeah, so
I,
you,
you, correct?
and I'm.
Yeah, the I, just over the I and I'm. Good, good. All right. Adjectives, Josh, words that are describing the nouns.
Welcomed,
Welcome is actually going to be a verb. So think of like I here. Whose I is it?
His eye.
His. So even though his can sometimes be a pronoun, in this sentence, it's an adjective. And then there's one more that,
Is it happy?
yes, good. Describing how he is. He is happy. I am happy. All right, coming back to prepositional phrases. So we'll skip that. Let's find the main clauses. Actually, let's skip that too. This is a strategy for you guys if you get stuck on your homework to skip those two things. Go down to subject and verb pair next. So I'm going to have Joey find the verbs. Where are the action words or helping words?
Countered,
Good, countered.
wait,
Wait is to wait in this sentence is actually not a verb here. He's happy to wait. I know that's a weird one, but wait is not a verb in this sentence.
welcome,
Yes. And there's one more linking verb here that links the pronoun to an adjective, actually. It's in this contraction right here.
it's I'm,
Yeah, so let's fix this really quick because we need to label that. That needs to be capital, but we also need an apostrophe, right? So this is I am. I is the pronoun. Am is the helping verb or the linking verb, I mean, because it's linking those two, I and happy. By the way, this is called an infinitive. To wait is called an infinitive. So that's not a verb, but an infinitive here, to wait. And did you notice this to is incorrect here? Okay. So how should we fix that, Joey? How should we spell
one
to?
O.
1-0, good. So those are all the verbs. Now we need to find the subject. So Abraham, I looked at your screen. Davinia, what is the subject for welcome? Who welcomes?
I.
Yes, good. And then over here, it says, I welcome you to try countered the stranger. So who's the subject in that part?
The stranger.
Stranger, yes. And then here, I'm happy to wait. Who's the subject for am happy?
I.
Good. Got it. All right, we got all those. Now, the next one I would recommend doing is the main clauses, because remember, those all have a subject and verb pair. So they have to have both a subject and verb. So Thomas, there's 3 main clauses in this. So where's one of them?
I.
Okay. That's part of it. Tell me the whole clause.
To try to counter.
So no, it's I welcome you to try. So we're missing some quotes here. You probably noticed that too, which is making it a little tricky, but I welcome you to try is one main clause. What's another main clause?
The stranger with the twinkle in his eye.
So you need your verb, because remember, a main clause has a verb and a subject. So it'd actually be countered the stranger with a twinkle in his eye. That's another main clause. Okay. And what's the
Alright.
third main clause?
The third one, I'm happy to wait.
Yes, correct. Good job. Now the prepositional phrases. And that'll go to Josh. Look for the things that aren't labeled yet.
Is it I welcome you to try?
So no, because this is already labeled. Is a pronoun and a subject. So you're looking for, like, if you go along, you see to try, that's an infinitive, just like to wait. But down here with is actually a preposition. So the prepositional phrase starts with a preposition and ends on a noun. So this one right here.
So with a twinkle in his eye.
So with a twinkle, and then in his eye, those are two separate prepositional phrases because with is a preposition and in is a preposition. If you forget what those are, you can always look in the back of your book when you're doing your homework. There's a list of prepositions in the back of your book. That'll help you. The very back. Okay. Got those. So because this is a new person speaking in the story, this is going to become a new paragraph. I'm just going to put a paragraph symbol there. So when you go to write it, you're going to indent down here. 2 capitals, we labeled that one, but we also obviously need to label the I. Okay, we have a comma rule. We need to insert a comma, and I think it'll kind of go with the quotation mark. So Joey, what part is spoken here? What's the
I
speech?
welcome you to try.
Correct. So we'll put quotation marks around that. And then a comma right after try, because whenever anyone's speaking and then the attribution comes after that, you need a comma there. So that's the comma rule. Davina, what's the other speaking part? There's another speaking part.
I'm happy to wait.
Good. Quotation marks there. And then we need a period. The homophone was to, we already got that. And the apostrophe was I'm, we already got that. Okay, got it. Any questions about the grammar lesson? Nope, okay, good. So your homework as usual is the next 3 pages, which is 94, 95, and 96. Now, I'm not going to be teaching grammar during my summer classes in June and July because I really want to get you through the binder. But you are welcome to continue in your grammar book. I encourage you to do that, especially if your parents want you to. If you need the answer key, I can email those to you. I can put them on Google Classroom. But let me know if your parents want you to keep working through it. I'll send you the answer pages. If not, then we'll just pick up next time in the next book and you'll be able to be just fine because it's just basically repetitive practice for these parts of speeches and different parts, different elements of the grammar. But I just really want to help you get through your binder this summer. So I'm going to focus on that in June and July if you're signed up for summer school. Okay. Moving on. So your homework was to write your paragraph about the hooded Pitahui. The hooded Pitahui. So make sure you get that out and put that in front of you. Weird. Okay, hold on a second. I'm missing something. What is going on here? Oh. Oh. I think I found it. Somehow. Hold on a second. I'm missing like all of my papers. What happened? Oh. I have so many different classes on so many different places in the book, and I usually am really good at keeping it all organized, but today, aha, it got mixed in my grammar book. All is well. Okay, I'm back. You read about the hooded pitahui, and you guys made this last week in our class for your keyword outline for Roman numeral 1. And so this is actually a report that you're working on, and each Roman numeral represents a different topic. So today we're moving on to the next dangerous bird, which is going to be the African ostrich. And that article is on page 67. But before we get started on that, I just want you to also look at your checklist really quick. This is page 73, your checklist for dangerous birds. So we have 3 articles that we're reading, 3 different paragraphs, and using this checklist. So look at your paragraph that you wrote for homework, just check it really quick and count how many words you have underlined. You should have 4 words underlined in your paragraph. Okay, I see you nodding, Joey, good. And give me a thumbs up if you have 4 words underlined in your paragraph. You should have an ly, good, Thomas.
Yeah, poison is a strong verb, I'm pretty sure.
Which one, poisonous?
Yeah.
Poisonous is actually an adjective, so you can't count
No, I
that.
mean poison.
Poison would be a noun. So a verb would be an action. Let's see, what could be one of your words, maybe? Maybe licked. It's not a complicated verb, but it does describe exactly what he did. He licked his cuts. Remember that part? If you have the word licked in there, you can underline that one.
Oh yeah, I have lit.
Okay. And then your because clause, you should just have because underlined. So how about you, Josh? Do you have your 4 words underlined in your paragraph? Okay, good. And Davinia, how about you?
Yes.
Okay, good. You also should have topic clincher sentences. Remember, we did the little hand signals. I'm going to remind you what that is, but check on your paragraph. Do you have 2 or 3 keywords highlighted or bolded in your first sentence and your last sentence? Joey, did you have a question?
Yes. Because we only did 1 paragraph, do we still need to change the title?
Not yet. That'll be at the very end, because your last sentence of your 3rd paragraph is going to be how you make your title. So just leave your title blank for now. Good question,
All right.
though. Yeah, you really should just be focusing on your 4 dress ups and then your topic clincher. So give me a thumbs up if you remembered the topic clincher to highlight those words. Okay, good, Joey. Did you get it, Josh?
I did it, I just didn't bold it.
Okay, so you can, did you type it or did you handwrite it? Or you
I typed it.
So you can go
Remind me
back.
what it is.
You can go back and bold it right now if you want. If you hit escape during the Zoom, it'll let you get around on your computer if you want to fix it. And then Thomas, did you have something to say?
Could you remind me what it is again?
Yes. Okay. Here are the hand motions. The topic sentence and the clincher sentence must, remember that?
Yeah.
Repeat or reflect. That means that if you repeat, it's going to be the same word. If you reflect, it's going to be like a synonym. 2 or 3 key words. So, see, I don't have an example in your sentences. In fact, we can, how about,
Yeah.
I have an idea. What do you, Joey, do you mind reading your first sentence for me? Just the very first sentence you have?
Sure. The hooded pitahui is found in the forests of New Guinea and is considered the rubbish bird.
Good. And then read your last sentence of your paragraph.
These coarcine beetles have I can't pronounce the toxin, which helps them fend off the predators and parasites of New Guinea.
Okay, so New Guinea is your keyword that you, okay. So did you hear that, Thomas? So he used New Guinea in
Yeah.
first sentence and the last sentence, and technically that's 2 words, New Guinea, even though it's the same place.
All
And then
right.
you highlight, so you have to repeat or reflect 2 or 3 words from your first sentence and your last sentence,
All right.
okay?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, you might have to change some things to make that
Yeah.
work, and that's okay to do that. Okay, I was gonna write all that out, but that's kind of long to write, so I'm not gonna do that. Let's look at your, how about Davinia? Did you remember to do your topic and clincher words?
Yes.
Awesome, good. And how about you, Josh? No? You can fix that later. Okay, so make sure your first sentence and your last sentence have 2 or 3 words that either repeat or reflect. That's a rule. All of this, just a reminder, all of this is to give your writing more style. So this is why the checklist is super important, because that's what this class is about. I mean, we're learning some interesting things about different animals and people and fables and stuff like that. That's kind of fun too. But really the meat of this class is learning how to incorporate these things in your writing. This is where it's at right here. And another super side note, before I forget, because I want to remember to tell all my classes, when you're taking this state test, which I know a lot of students are right now, you're going to have a writing part of the test, and you can, usually what they give you is something to read, and then you have to respond to it and summarize it or write something about it. Use your keyword outline technique that I taught you. Do a little quick outline for your notes, pull out those keywords from whatever they give you, and then try to remember your dress ups. This will amaze the people that read your writing, because this is really important and they're going to really love it. So try to remember ly adverb, who, which, clause, those things to include in your writing for your test, and your topic clincher, all of that. So you can use that for testing. Okay. Oh, banned words. Say, said, seesaw, think, thought, eat, ate. So that one's going to be a tricky one. Eat.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Uh-huh. If you have eat or ate, draw a line through it and come up with another word like we talked about, like devour.
Can I say devour?
Yeah, you were thinking the same thing. Devour, consume, gobble up. I mean, ingest. All of those are great words to use instead of eat or ate. So make sure you don't have, check your paragraph really quick. Make sure you don't have that in there. Okay. Does anyone feel like reading their paragraph to us? It's up to you. You don't have to, but if anybody would like to, you could read what you have so far for Hooded Pitahui. Does anybody feel like reading it?
I suppose I can.
Okay, thank you, Joey.
How do you pronounce the toxin?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let me look at it really quick. You can just kind of like phonetically say it, the batrachotoxin, that word?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, batrachotoxin is how I would say it. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but you just try. It's okay if you don't know how to say it.
Alrighty. Okay. The hooded pitahui is found in the forests of New Guinea and is considered the rubbish bird. In 1989, a researcher was assisting a hooded pitahui who was in desperate need of assistance. The hooded pitahui scratched the researcher and, because he wasn't in the right mind, decided to lick it. After he licked it, his tongue became numb. Apparently, the hooded pitahui's feathers and skin are poisonous. Scientists believe it gets its poisonous feathers and skin from devouring porcine beetles. These porcine beetles have batrachotocin, which
Mhm.
helps them fend off the predators and parasites of New Guinea.
Nice, very nice. I like it. Good job. And I heard all your dress up words in there. Excellent. Anybody else feel like reading their paragraph? It's like crickets out there. And I don't know about Davinia or Thomas. You can give me a thumbs down if you don't want to, or a thumbs up
I
if you
can't do a
do.
thumbs down.
Oh, no thumbs down. No negative emojis. That's probably good. All right. Well, we'll see. Maybe next time if you guys are up for it when we do classes later, you can. Okay, so I won't push you to though. It's okay if you don't feel like it. Let's go on to the next article, which is the African ostrich. And who would have thought, I guess, I didn't realize ostriches would be considered dangerous. I guess if you make them really mad, they can be dangerous because I know they're pretty territorial and they will protect their eggs and their young. So let's find out. This is the African ostrich. So what we're going to do again here, you'll see even just glancing at this, it looks like there's probably 7, 8, 9, 10 different facts on here about the African ostrich. And we are doing an outline with only 7 facts. So if we have 10 facts in here, we only need to choose 7 of them. We don't have to write about all of them. So keep that in mind as I'm reading this. What facts do you think are interesting in these articles? And then we'll put them in our outline together. Okay. The largest bird on Earth, the African ostrich, can grow to over 7 feet. All right, that's legit. In height and weigh up to 300 pounds. I'm thinking that's like NFL football player status or basketball. I don't know if basketball they're up to 300 pounds, but maybe I think in football they are. And those guys are huge. They're big. Anyway, big. When running, it spreads its small wings and can sustain speeds of up to 40 miles per hour. It has massive leg bones and its 2-toed feet have hoof-like pointed nails, several inches in length. So like claws. Contrary to popular thought, an ostrich does not bury its head in the sand, but it will lie down with its head against the ground if nearby danger is perceived. Interesting. So they're listening probably to the ground. When surprised or threatened, the ostrich can be deadly. It will charge and kick at an enemy. One solid kick can kill a lion or disembowel a dog. Okay, that's crazy. And I don't know why they had to bring up a dog because I love dogs, but disembowel means basically their insides come out. I mean, it's that tragic if a dog gets kicked by an ostrich. So that's crazy. There are many recorded incidents of humans being killed by ostriches. The male ostrich is black with white tipped wings and a white tail, while the female is a grayish brown color. Ostriches generally travel in small groups with 1 male, 3 or 4 females, and their young. Ostrich eggs weigh about 3 pounds. They are laid in a communal nest, which can hold up to 60 eggs at a time. The males sit on the eggs at night, and the females incubate them by day. So when it says communal nest, it means like, I'm sure these nests are huge. These birds are giant. So they share basically. So eggs from different females are in the same nest, but then they take turns sitting on them. Ostriches are also raised for commercial purposes. Ostrich hide is used in luxury leather products, and ostrich meat is considered lean and nutritious. Domesticated ostrich eggs are sold in many countries, and one egg is equivalent in volume to about 2 dozen chicken eggs. That's incredible. So these eggs are impressive. I don't think they're as big as our head, but they're almost. I mean, and all that yolk in there and the white part of the egg. I don't know if it tastes. Has anybody eaten it before? An ostrich egg? No, I haven't either. So I don't know if it tastes like chicken egg. Like an egg is an egg is an egg. I don't know. Maybe somebody will have to try one and tell me. But if you wanted to hard boil that egg, I bet it would take a while. So, all right, there you have it. That's the African ostrich. Now, going back to our outline, the second dangerous bird, we're going to skip a line and go ahead and write in Roman numeral 2. This is the topic. It is the African ostrich. It ends with a CH, but we kind of make a soft G sound actually, but some people say ostrich, but it's ostrich, more like somewhere in between those two sounds. I am going to put a comma here. By the way, we never did finish the extra word up here for the hooded pitahui, but that was going to be a adjective to describe. We're going to do the same thing here. So when you go to write your paragraph, think of one more word to add here for your first sentence. Could be a word like interesting or bizarre or fascinating or
Big.
big, strong. Well, big would be, you could probably think of one that's a better descriptive word like enormous or huge, but that's not bad. And strong, something to describe the African ostrich for your introduction sentence here. And then of course you're going to do 1 through 7 again. And then the clincher is here just to remind you, you don't have to write anything next to clincher. It's there as a little note for you to remember. You got to connect these two, topic and clincher. You got to have some words that repeat or reflect. 2 or 3 key words. All right, I'm going to have you guys build this outline. Now here's how we're going to do this. I'm just going to take volunteers. If you have an idea of what fact you found interesting that you want to include, we'll put it in here. And if you are working on your outline and you find something different, it does not have to be exactly like mine. It can be if you want to just copy what I put, or if you want to do your own, you can. So looking at that first paragraph, I kind of like to look at how many paragraphs there are. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. I need 7 facts. So if I pulled about 2, 4, 6, 8, one of my paragraphs, I only need to pull 1 fact, but that helps me kind of get a feel for how many facts do I need to pull from each paragraph. So looking at paragraph 1, do you see 2 facts that we can include in our outline? And I'll start with Thomas this time. What do you think, Thomas? In that first paragraph, just pick one interesting fact that you read from there. Are you there, Thomas?
Yeah, I was getting some water.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
So looking at the first paragraph here, what is one interesting fact that you found in that paragraph about the African ostrich?
It can grow to 7 feet in height.
Yes, that is an interesting fact. So how can we write that in our outline here using either numbers and symbols and words?
Grow
Okay.
7 feet.
grow, we can put the number 7. And we could even abbreviate feet. How do you abbreviate?
Yeah.
You could just put 7FT.
FT, there you go. We don't even have to count that. Grow.
So you can put African ostrich grow 7 feet. Because it's still only 3 words.
Yeah,
7 feet. Weigh 300 pounds.
yeah, we can include that next. I like that because we got room. We only got one word so far.
Yeah.
We could do grow 7 feet height and then weigh and then just do the number 300 abbreviation. Okay, let's do that. I like it. Height. And then 300. Oh, I forgot weigh.
Right here.
300 and then pounds is LBS. You probably know that. That's how you abbreviate that. So we got grow, height, weigh,
Yeah.
grow 7 feet height, weigh 300 pounds. Good. I like it. Okay, then let's go on to Joey. What about, do you see anything else in that first paragraph, or what's another interesting fact that you saw there?
The largest bird in the world.
Largest
Wonder-
bird in the world. So how would we write that on our keyword outline?
Largest bird Earth.
Okay. When you go to write this, you might want to move that. You can move these facts around as you're writing, by the way. Largest bird Earth. Good. And, like I said, when you go to write your paragraph, you can shift the sentences around to whatever makes sense to you. How about Josh, what's another interesting fact? And it can be in the same first paragraph or down below, wherever you find a fact that you think is interesting. You're muted, in case you didn't know. Okay, you're thinking, okay.
It's several inches long.
Okay, you broke up for a second. Say that one more time.
Its nails can grow up to several inches long.
Okay, good. And did they call them nails? They did, huh?
Yeah. Pointed nails several inches in length. Is what it says.
Okay, so what should we put in our outline here?
We could put an arrow, nails, inches, length.
7 inches, is that how long they go?
It just says several inches.
Several, okay, several. Okay, an arrow meaning pointed?
Yeah.
Or we could use pointed and then use IN for inches. What do you think about that? Or you want to use length too? Pointed, nails 7 inches length. How about that point? Is that what you said? Pointed nails 7 inches length?
Several.
Several. I don't know why I have 7 stuck in my head. You can do an arrow if you want. I think we have room to put pointed. So however you want to write that. So pointed nails several, that's an A, inches. I don't have room for length. So if you drew an arrow, you can use length at the end of that. This is not set in stone. This is flexible. So this is where you guys can make it your own. All right, so let's go on to Davinia. What's another interesting fact you read in here about African ostriches?
When surprised or threatened, an ostrich can be deadly.
Okay, so how should we write that in our keyword outline form here? What do you think, Davinia? Surprised, threatened. You're muted. I don't know if you realize.
Surprised, threatened, an O in a circle, and deadly.
Threatened. Oh, okay. O with a circle representing the ostrich. I get that. You can circle it here too. That'll help us remember what that is. Deadly. Good. I like it. Surprised, threatened, O with a circle, deadly. Thomas, what's another fact?
Another fact. Another fact is let me see it. It will charge, kick, kill.
Charge, kick, kill. I like it. Charge, kick, kill. We can even draw a little stick figure because they're talking about humans too.
Yeah.
All right. Draw a little guy. You can have him say help or put X's over his eyes. Good, good, Thomas. Back to Joey. What do you think? Another interesting fact.
Throughout the whole thing or in the
Yeah,
certain-
it can be throughout. And we're kind of mixing them up, which is fine because that's, you can organize it however you want.
Okay. One egg is equivalent in volume to about 2 dozen chicken eggs.
That's crazy. So we could, how could we put that in our outline form here?
One ostrich equals 24 chicken.
One. Oh, let's do the symbol O with a circle and then egg. I think we need to write egg in there. Is equivalent. What if we did the equal sign? Yeah, okay, equal 2 dozen, is that what it is? 2 dozen chicken eggs, so we could do 2. What's the symbol for, or what's the abbreviation for dozen?
Just put 24 in for 2 dozen.
That'll work. 24 chicken eggs. We got egg, chicken, egg. So those are our words. The rest are symbols. That'll work. 1 ostrich egg equals 24 chicken eggs. Good. Last one. I know we're going a little bit over, but Josh, what do you think for the last fact? Interesting
The
fact.
males sit on the eggs during the nighttime, and the females. Wait, was that right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
They'll sit on the eggs at night, and the females incubate.
Okay, we're gonna need some symbols and stuff. What do you think? How could we write that out, Josh?
I have no idea.
Well, we could use,
We could do nest, day, male, or day, female, night, male. But symbols are needed.
well, for day and night, I guess we could do sun and moon, right? That would work. So you're saying nest. Oh yeah. Nest, male, and then a moon, female, sun. You guys like that idea? I know there's symbols for male and female, so if you wanted to get really fancy, you could do that. Male sits on there at night, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna draw a little moon, crescent shaped, really bad moon right there. I'll do a little star next to it. And then female sunshine. All right. All right, so your homework then is to write your paragraph about the African ostrich. Don't forget to come up with your extra word here for the topic sentence that is a descriptive word, like an overview of them, like you guys mentioned earlier. So come up with a word for that.
All right.
Use your checklist. Don't forget your dress ups and your keywords for your topic clencher. I'm still going to grade this last assignment, so I still want you to turn it in by next week. And then we'll have a little break before my summer classes. And then Davinia and let's see, Thomas, I don't think you're doing.
I am.
Oh, you are. Yes. So Davinia and so Davinia, this is your last class with me. So you did awesome. And I already can see for all of you guys an improvement in your writing. So good job. And all right, I'll see the rest of you in a few weeks.
Yeah, I've read like 50